Hey guys, Justin Stutz here, VP of Training and Education for West. And today I'm joined by Kristin Messerli, founder of Cultural Outreach. And she's going to be one of the speakers at our upcoming West REthink event happening September 6th through the 8th in LA, Orange County, and San Diego. And Kristin, I'm so excited to be able to get to see you for the first time ever on stage at this event. And for those in the audience that may not know your background or who you are, tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Great. Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited about this event. My background was originally in the mortgage industry. My dad owned a mortgage company when I was young, so I always kind of grew up in the business. And then I became a social worker and worked with the immigrant population locally and abroad, and that's where I became very passionate about understanding and communicating how across cultures and cultural differences. And how you just see outcomes and business outcomes really shoot through the roof when you understand some of these cultural differences. So I've transitioned those kinds of skills into the mortgage and real estate industry. And now I speak across the country and work with lenders and realtors on how to modernize their business practices and communicate their value across cultural and generational differences.
Yeah, it's a really interesting topic. And, you know, the buzzword of the day is the millennials and how do we talk to them and, the different ways that they communicate. I really like your spin on this. I like the angle that you're coming from on how we can, update what we're doing, the way that we communicate and really make a difference in their lives. And we've got Flavio there to kind of take that one step further into the Hispanic market. So I think between you and him, it'll be a really eye-opening experience for those in attendance.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very needed topic to talk about today. We have, 92% of population growth is coming from multicultural consumers, and millennials account for the largest, buying segment. 1 in 3 home purchases are made by millennials. And I think a lot of times people don't realize that we naturally kind of want to communicate to people the way that we would want to be communicated with. And so we treat others the way we would want to be treated, but many different ages and cultural groups really are going to receive things differently. And so we need to learn how to communicate our value across these boundaries.
Absolutely. Well, that's a great segue, Kristin, into what are we going to hear from you on the stage? Take us through kind of some of those high points that they're going to learn.
Yeah, so just like what I was talking about, we'll talk about specific cultural differences and values differences, but get into some specific strategies you can utilize in communicating your value and capturing business from some of these very fast-growing markets. You mentioned there will be a deep dive into the Hispanic market later from Fabio, and I will be specifically talking about how to kind of set up your strategy with different market segments and how to really start penetrating those markets, developing trust and a good online presence as well as physical relationship with different communities.
Very cool. Well, I'm excited to hear from you, Kristin. I think this is going to be a great topic. It's a much needed topic for the industry today. So again, guys, if you want to see Kristin and our other panel of speakers, you got to get tickets. September 6th through the 8th, stops in LA, Orange County, and San Diego. Seating is very limited at these venues, so don't delay. Click that registration button and get your seat reserved. So, Kristin, anything else you want our audience to hear?
Just that this is going to be a really fun event and you're going to get a lot of really great value. So I look forward to seeing all of you there.
Absolutely. Kristin, appreciate you taking the time to do this with me today and look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks in Southern California.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to it.
You bet.